From former All-Americans to guys ripping backflips on the mound, and even a 3-year Savannah Banana. Here are my top 5 pitchers in this year's Banana Ball draft. Coming in at number 5, Jared Donaldson, the 3-year Savannah Banana. Oh, we know all about Donnie. You know he's an elite dancer with those 3-2-2 dances, a guy who throws a low 90s fastball, a dirty splitter, and again, he's a veteran banana baller. I got Jared Donaldson as my 5th best pitcher. And now from a veteran banana baller to a veteran baseballer. At number 4, Chris Clark. He's 6'7", played in AAA with the Chicago Cubs, was an All-American at USC, and he's a father. There's some veteran leadership and a big arm that righty can bring to a banana ball clubhouse. At number 3, Austin Drury. A brand new name to Banana Ball, a guy who pitched for Team USA in 2024, and hey, he can rip backflips on the mound. A national presence and a guy in Banana Ball who's going to be awfully entertaining is my 3rd best pitcher prospect, the lefty Austin Drury. The 2nd best pitching prospect in this year's draft, David Griffin, a young man who made it all the way up to AAA with the New York Mets. He has some dirty stuff, a 5-pitch mix, and a guy who's even played in some old-timers games with MLB legends like Tim Wakefield and Pedro Martinez. Whoever gets this guy is going to get a low 90s fastball and a guy with some old-school feel. David Griffin at number 2. And the best pitching prospect in this year's Banana Ball draft is a name you already know, Drake Fontenot. Let's take you back to this summer when he played for the Visitors, and here in Grayson Stadium dueled Noah Nisnik went toe-to-toe with the Banana Ball All-Star. Now Drake Fontenot, who's also an elite dancer, is going to get jiggy with it out there on the bump, is going to make a team very, very happy very early on in the Banana Ball draft. Now you may be wondering, who are these guys going to be throwing to? Well, that would be the catchers, and with the top 5 catchers in this year's Banana Ball draft, here's the voice of the Firefighters, Zach State.
We've got a Bananas all-timer, a visitor turned top prospect. We've got a juggler, maybe the most surprising addition in the draft pool, all at the most important position on the field. These are my fiery 5 catchers in the Banana Ball player draft. We begin with a newcomer at number 5, and that's Easton Parrish. The name of his game is consistency. 3 straight seasons of at least 30 hits for St. Mary's in Texas. And oh, by the way, he won his school Scholar Athlete of the Year after getting his master's degree, and you need someone that knows what they're doing when they're calling a game behind the plate. At number 4 is Eric Ostberg, perhaps the most professionally accomplished player here in the draft. 9 years as a pro, former Tampa Bay Rays prospect. He's got a lightning quick transfer behind the plate, a consistent swing, and oh, by the way, the dude can juggle, which already sounds like a trick play made to order. He's also a one-piece enthusiast. Perhaps the most surprising addition in the draft pool comes in at number 3, and that is Joe Lytle, one of the Firefighters' hottest hitters in the last 2 months of the season, falling victim to the numbers game after Zachary Bridges was kept as a fan franchise pick and Dalton Cornett brought back with a coach's franchise choice. But don't let that fool you. His personality is still the one you know and love from a couple of years from the Party Animals and the Firefighters, and his bat is just as good as it ever has been in Banana Ball. The first visitor on our list comes in at number 2, and that is Ashby Vining. Now, do not let his surfer dude, laid-back vibes distract you from the fact that this guy is a stone-cold competitor. 5 games with the Visitors, he led the team in hits, home runs, and batting average. He's got a previous relationship with Mark Rocco, former coach of the Visitors, now the coach of the Coconuts. Could that be a pick forming early on in the draft? But could there be anybody else at the top of this list than Eric Jones Jr.? If you want bona fides, I will give you bona fides. A longtime banana baller, good enough to be the Bananas' all-time home runs leader, and he can play catcher, he can play first base, he will chase you trick plays out on the field, he is unafraid of taking risks, he can dance, he can sing.
Born in a bad romance.
He is as Banana Ball as they get in this draft, and that is why he is a surefire top pick for the catcher spot in the Banana Ball player draft. Now from the guys behind the dish to the guys in the dirt helping the pitcher out, let's look at our top 5 infielders with Biko Scala.
My projected #1 overall pick in the draft, a legend of the Bananas and the Party Animals, and also a remarkably talented 2025 visitor, highlight my top 5 infielders. And let's start at number 5, where I've got Jordan Barth. He's been the starting shortstop for the Sioux Falls Canaries each of the last 3 years. He had an .896 OPS most recently here in 2025. He is the best hitter in the history of Augustana University. Barth is their all-time leader in hits, doubles, RBI, and total bases. At number 4, I've got Kyle Martin, who spent 5 years in the Philadelphia Phillies farm system, and most recently had a .961 OPS in the American Association this past summer. At number 3, a known commodity here in Bananaland, Jordan Brewer, who was outrageous with the visitors in 2025. The 2019 Big Ten Player of the Year out of Michigan was a third-round draft pick by the Houston Astros. And in 5 games with the visitors this year, he had 2 home runs, 3 ball 4 sprints, 2 stolen bases, and 4 trick plays at first base. At number 2, it's gotta be Bryson Bloomer. He is a champion through and through. 4 championships across the last 5 years in Bananaland. 2 of them with the Bananas collegiately, 2 of them with the Party Animals. He was the 2023 tour leader in RBIs. He was the 2025 leader in stolen bases, and he is a clubhouse legend. My number 1 ranked infielder and my projected first overall draft pick is Bobby Leday. He has torn up the Pioneer League across the last 2 years with a total of 38 home runs. He's hit .319 and stolen 67 bases. I know Ty Jackson will love that. Let's go to the top 5 outfielders, and with that, we'll send it to Drake Toll.
An SEC Player of the Year, maybe the number 1 outfield prospect in the Banana Ball draft. Here are my top 5 outfielders. Number 5 is Joe Gray. He was drafted in the 2nd round out of high school and made it to AA with the Royals. In my opinion, the most athletic outfielder out of the player pool. At number 4, Max Young Goldberg was a star in the Pioneer League last season. 130 RBI, led their league in just 94 games. He'll immediately walk into Banana Ball and hit the pill. Then there's Armando Becerra at number 3. You know him. The party animal last season was incredible in the outfield given his range, even splitting time with the MVP Jake Skoll in right field during the most important games of the season. He knows our sport well, and he's my 3rd-ranked outfield prospect, Armando Becerra. At number 2, Ben Parker. Last spring at William & Mary, he hit .407 with a .498 OBP, a bat that will walk into Banana Ball and immediately hit. I like Ben Parker as my 2nd best outfielder. The number 1 outfielder in this draft is Tanner Allen, SEC Player of the Year, College World Series champion at Mississippi State, and a 4th rounder in 2021 who made it up to AA. Pro ball experience and a bat that can change the game. Tanner Allen is the best outfielder in the 2025 Banana Ball draft. We'll see you Thursday.